Welcome back to Full Throttle Television for part 2 of Trailering 101. Today we're going to talk about shopping for your new trailer. Once we've gone through on the first video where we talk about your gross vehicle weight rating, what you're going to tow, how big is it, stuff like that. All that stuff comes into play when it comes to shopping. So before you just buy a trailer because you're like, oh, that looks like a good looking trailer. Not yet. So here's what you got to look for. You got to decide for yourself exactly what you're going to pull. For instance, we are going to go with, for reference, what we actually pull. So we're not going to go with anything else. It's up to you to decide exactly what kind of trailer you're going to need. I can't tell you specifically which trailer you have to buy. So with that said, we're going to give you some examples on exactly what you need to do when it comes to buying a trailer. First off, we are going to be towing a 2014 Can-Am Commander XTP 1000, a vehicle with a dry weight of 1,300 pounds. The vehicle's dimensions, outside dimensions, are approximately 5 feet wide by about 10 feet long from front to back. So we need at least a trailer that can haul 1,300 pounds on its deck, not its GVW. What it can haul on its deck, in addition to its own weight, that is at least 5 feet wide by 10 feet long. Now, since this is a UTV, we're going to be looking at something for a ramp gate trailer, otherwise known as a landscaping trailer. So your several types of trailers are, you have your utility trailer, which is just an open deck flat deck trailer, which is typically a tilt bed trailer. Then you have your landscape trailer. Your landscape trailers are just like the utility trailer, only they are not a tilt deck. They have a large ramp that drops down on the back side. They're usually around like 3 feet or 4 feet in length. You know, you also have your different kinds of decking, which you have your mesh type decking, you have your wood decking, and you have your steel decking. Some of your heavier trailers are steel deck with wood, or they have a gap in the center like a car trailer would have. It's right down the center of the trailer is just a wide open void. Those are of no use for us because the minimum width of the vehicle is too narrow for that gap in a car trailer. So idealistically, what we want is something in the 6 foot wide and 12 foot long variety with a tandem axle. That would be ideal for something of 1,300 pounds. Your typical small 5x10 landscaping trailer has a GVW of 2,000 pounds. That includes the weight of the trailer. See, now the weight of the trailer of a typical landscaping trailer, that's a 5x10, is right around 2,000 pounds, and it weighs about 600 to 700 pounds. The heavier ones weigh upwards of 1,000 pounds, which means you can only legitimately haul on a deck around 1,400 pounds to 1,000 pounds. That's all you can haul on the deck. The problem with that is our vehicle's dry weight is 1,300 pounds. The dry weight, as we covered in the last video, is the vehicle's weight without any fluids in it. There's no gas, there's no oil, there's no coolant, there's no bolt-on accessories. That is the simple weight of the vehicle without anything else off the showroom floor. Ours, with the additions that we've made to it, full tank of gas and everything, is tips the scales right around like 1,500 to 1,600 pounds. So we need something that can haul that on its deck. So what we're looking for is a GVW trailer of at least 3,000 pounds. Those usually weigh around 1,000 pounds. So with a 3,000 pound GVW, we can legitimately haul about 2,000 pounds on there. that's well within limits for our UTV. Now, with that said, what kind of vehicle do we have to haul that with? Well, we have a 1996 Toyota 4Runner SR5 V6. It has a tow capacity rating of about 5,000 pounds, and the trailer and UTV combined is right around 2,500 to 3,000 pounds. So we're within limits. The hitch is rated for about 4,000 pounds. So between the occupants and our gear and the trailer and the UTV, we are within limits of 5,000 pounds. So our vehicle is good to go for the UTV. The trailer would be good for the UTV as long as we purchase one with a 3,000 pound GVW. Those are a bit more expensive than the 2,000 pounds. For instance, around here, if you were to purchase a brand new 5x10 landscaping trailer with the ramp gate rear, the 2,000 pounders cost about $750 brand new off the showroom floor. The 3,000 pound GVWs cost about $1,200. So it's helpful to know what you're looking for. It's very helpful to know exactly what you have to haul and what you're going to need to haul it with. Now, if we were unaware of these things and went with the GVW of 2,000 pounds, we're like, oh, well, it can haul 2,000 pounds. We can easily just stick our UTV under. It only weighs, 1,300 pounds dry weight. It'd be fine. It'd be fine. No, it won't. The closest place that sells trailers, their trailers weigh about 650 pounds with a GVW of 2,000 pounds. Throw on top of that our 1,500 pound UTV, we are over the GVW rating of the trailer already. Now try to haul that a distance. That wreaks havoc on the trailer's bearings. It wreaks havoc on its tires because the tires are not rated for it. The suspension's not rated for it. And in the end result is you end up with an unstable trailer that tends to road walk. It can actually cause the axle to break. It can cause the tire to blow out. It can cause the bearings to completely come undone and actually shear off, and you're, next thing you know, you got your tire passing you down the highway. So why put everybody else's lives at risk? That's why we're making these videos. So that said, we need a 3,000 pound. Simple as that. Your best bet is what you can do is, if you want to spend the money for a brand new trailer, that's fine. Go right ahead and do that. I'm not saying do not do that. Never once. Let's get that right out of the way right now. I am not saying do not do that. Myself, I actually would buy a brand new trailer because you know the history of it. There isn't one. You know that the tires are new. You know that the decking is new. You know that the lighting is new. The wires are new. All the bearings are new. You don't have to worry about it. You know the service history. You know the towing history. You know it's never been exceeded. You know it will last a long time. A trailer, after all, is an investment. It's not something that you buy and just kind of regret it later. You never lose money on a trailer. You never do. You'll always find something that you could use it for, something you would need a trailer for. Trust me, I know. So what you got to do is consider what kind of trailer you want, and consider what kind of trailer you might need in the future. You can always go bigger. If it's too small, you can always sell it later. It's not that big of a deal. You can get your use out of it and then upgrade to a bigger trailer later. It's not that big of a problem. But it's helpful to know when you're shopping for a trailer what a new one costs, as well as what rating you're looking for, and then get a good idea of what used ones are being sold for and understand what they actually have. So in our case, we don't want to go out and buy some homemade trailer that was made out of an old camper. That's fine as a utility trailer to haul brush or something with, but I would not haul anything on that thing, honestly, because an old camper, such as a pop-up, the suspension and tires and everything alone, they're only rated, in addition to the chassis, to only haul maybe 700 or 800 pounds. They're not meant to hold a whole bunch. They're not designed to hold a whole bunch. After all, it's riding on golf cart tires. Think about that next time. It's just on golf cart tires, which means you cannot haul much with it. And this also goes for you guys out there selling trailers. You can't sell them for more than what a brand new one costs. I'm sorry. That's just how it works. So, there are plenty of places you can go. You can check out eBay. You can find some pretty nice trailers, fairly new, like last year's models. You can find like a 2014 model. This is 2015 after all. You can find some overstock, some leftover stock from their inventory from last year, and a lot of times that's on sale. It's discounted down. We had a big trailer sale here not that long ago. The landscaping trailers were marked down from $750 to $599. It's not a bad price. But you can still find some used trailers. Once again, you guys with the used trailers, you cannot sell them for more than what a brand new one costs. I can't believe how many people are trying to do so. They've got a 2,000 pound GVW 5x10 landscaping trailer that's $750 brand new for a 2015 model, and they're selling it for $1,000 for a 1998 model. No bueno. So, it's helpful to look and to know what you're buying, what you need to buy, what a new one costs, and then go from there for a used one. For us, we hit Craigslist and we did a lot of searching, and trust me, I've been back and forth with a bunch of people who actually wanted a whole lot more for the trailers than what they're worth. For instance, we've seen several 5x10 landscaping trailers. They were like 70s and 80s era models, and the guy's like, well, I gotta have $1,000 for it. Dude, the decking's gone, the tires are bald, the belts are hanging out, they're all dry rotted, there is no lights on it at all because they fell off years ago, and you want $1,000 for a 20-year-old trailer when a new one's $750? Oh, well, I spent $1,500 for it back in 1998. Not my fault you got ripped off. I'm not getting ripped off because I know what they cost. So, go ahead and start hitting Craigslist after you figure out if you have the right vehicle or not first. Because there's no sense in buying a trailer if you ain't got the vehicle to pull it. So, start looking through Craigslist. You can search through there. A lot of times you find something where somebody's just willing to trade it off also. Car trailers are actually pretty easy to get, which actually surprised me. I could get a 7-foot by 12-foot deck trailer, dovetail, with loading ramps, full wood deck on it. I was seeing those for around $500 or $600. I'm like, that's a good deal, but that's just way more trailer than I need to haul a UTV. Really? In the end, I found a great deal. I will not show you the deal I got because that is up to you to work out your own bargain with the owner or the seller. It is up to you to do your homework on what it costs to buy the trailer you are looking for. I'm not going to tell you what every trailer costs, and I'm not going to tell you what every trailer should cost, so that way you can tell a seller what you're going to pay for it, or more specifically, what I will pay for it. That's not my job here, that's yours. Sorry. I apologize. Still friends? Cool. So, that said, go ahead and check your vehicle, follow the guidelines from video 1, and then you will be able to make sure everything is all within limits. And as long as everything's all within limits on what you want to tow, then start hitting your computer, start looking around, open up another tab right up over here, and start browsing. Tell me what you can find. Let me know what kind of things you're looking for. I mean, go ahead and let me know in the comments below what you might want to know about when it comes to trailering. I can be sure to help you out, or at least give you an idea on whether or not I will be covering it. If I'm going to be covering that, whatever question you may have below, if I'm going to be covering it, I will let you know below what video it will be. And I'm not going to give you an idea when it will be, but because at this moment in time, I'm quite backed up. But I will let you know whether or not it is an issue that is going to be covered. If it is not an issue that I'm going to be covering, I will be more than happy to answer any questions you have, as well as any that may arise regarding the subject. So, that said, we jumped on Craigslist, we looked it up, and we found ourselves a 5x7 4,000 pound GVW ramp gate landscaping trailer. We're good. We're hauling 1,500 pounds on a 4,000 pound GVW trailer that weighs 1,000 pounds. Well, more specifically, it weighs 980, but who cares about the extra 20 pounds? So, that's what we found, that's what we're using, and that is what's going to be used in the upcoming videos on what I'm going to show you with trailers on the upcoming videos. So keep your eye out, make sure you hit that little subscribe button below, and we will see you again. Ta-ta. I bet you're wondering about our new banner. That's right. We have a banner that says Full Throttle TV right here.